Srimad Bhagavatam 3:23-42, the 23rd verse of 3rd canto and 23rd chapter, 42nd verse of the 3rd canto. What is difficult for determined men who have taken refuge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's lotus feet? His feet are the source of sacred rivers like the Ganges, which put an end to the dangers of mundane life. किं दुरापादनं तेषां पुंसामुद्दामचेतसां यैराश्रितस्तीर्थपदश्चरणौ व्यसनात्ययः. The words Yair Ashritas Tirthapadas Charana are significant here. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Tirthapad. The Ganges is called a sacred river because it emanates from the toe of Vishnu. The Ganges is meant to eradicate all the material distresses of the conditioned souls. Therefore, nothing is impossible for any living entity who has taken shelter of the holy lotus feet of the Lord. Kardam Muni is special not because he was a great mystic, but because he was a great devotee. Therefore, it is said here that for a great devotee like Kardam Muni, nothing is impossible. Although yogis can perform wonderful feats as Kardam has already displayed, Kardam was more than a yogi because he was a great devotee of the Lord. Therefore, he was more glorious than an ordinary yogi, as it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Of the many yogis, he who is a devotee of the Lord is a first class. For a person like Kardamuni, there is no question of being conditioned. He was already a liberated soul and better than the demigods who are also conditioned. Although he was enjoying with his wife and many other women, he was above material conditional life. Therefore, the word Vyasanatyaya is used to indicate that he was beyond the position of a conditioned soul. He was transcendental to all the material limitations. प्रेक्षयित्वा भुवो गोलं पत्ने यावान् स्वसंस्थया ब्रह्मचर्यं महायोगी स्वाश्रमाय न्यवर्तत. After showing his wife the globe of the universe and its different arrangements, full of many wonders, the great yogi Kardamuni returned to his own hermitage. All the planets are here described as goal, round. Every planet is round, and each planet is a different shelter, just like islands in the great ocean. Planets are sometimes called Dvipa or Varsha. This eighth planet is called Bharatvarsh because it was ruled by King Bharat. Another significant word used in this word verse is Bayashcharyam, many wonderful things. This indicates that the different planets are distributed all over the universe in eight directions, and each and every one of them is wonderful in itself. Each planet has its particular climatic influences and particular types of inhabitants and is completely equipped with everything, including beauty of the seasons. In the Brahma Samhita, it is similarly stated, Vibhuti Bhinnam. On each and every planet, there are different opulences. It cannot be expected that one planet is exactly like another. By God's grace and by nature's law, each and every planet is made differently and has different wonderful features. All such wonders were personally experienced by Kardamuni when he traveled with his wife. While he traveled with his wife, yet he could return again to his humble hermitage. He showed his princess wife that although he was living in her hermitage, he had the power to go everywhere and do anything by mystic yoga. This is perfection of yoga. One cannot become a perfect yogi simply by showing some sitting postures. Now, by such sitting postures or so called meditation, can one become God as is being advertised. Foolish persons are misled into believing that simply by some caricature of meditation and sitting postures one can become God within 6 months. Here's the example of a perfect yogi. He could travel all over the universe. Similarly, there's a description of Durvasa Muni who also traveled in space. Actually, the perfect yogi can do that But even if one can travel all over the universe and show wonderful feats like Kardamuni, he cannot be compared to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose power and inconceivable energy can never be attained by any conditioned or liberated soul. By the actions of Kardamuni, we can understand that in spite of his immense mystic power, he remained a devotee of the Lord. That is the real position of every living entity. So this was third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 23rd chapter, 43rd verse. Hare Krishna.